Welcome to the treehouse build part 4. There's the treehouse behind me. I'm building this on our land overlooking the pond because I'm gonna live in it. And if you haven't seen the first 3 episodes, they're on my channel. No fancy drone intro because my drone's in the Atlantic Ocean, so let's just get to it. Okay, so just to keep everybody on track, the way I'm gonna set up this video is I'm gonna organize each task on the treehouse. So the content in this video was filmed over about a month and a half, during which I worked on many different things, but I'm gonna cluster each task into one section of the video. So we'll do all the siding in one section, we'll do all the work on the porch in another section, etc., etc. You may see like the same shirt at different parts of the videos, that kind of thing. So just for context, that's how the video is gonna be set up so that you're not confused. Enjoy. Right now I'm standing on the upstairs porch. So below me is the living room and over here is the bedroom. So this is like a flat roof that has to be waterproof. And a flat waterproof roof is something I've never done before. So let me show you where I'm at and I'll show you what we're doing today to keep water out of the living room. So what I've got here is roofing tar and it kind of really soaked up. You can see the individual pieces of plywood. And I have another 5 gallons of it that I was gonna put on here, but we're taking a different route. So around the edge here, I put flashing all the way around the edge and I put the roofing tar on top of it. Feel real good about that in some spots. Now, if you look back here off the back of the treehouse and what maybe another porch, I put this joist tape on and then put the tar over. So that's really well sealed up. So let's get started and see if we can keep the water out of the living room. So the tar would heat up and become sticky in the sun. It worked very well, but I needed something else. So I treated it like a shower floor by putting concrete board and then red guard. But the allegedly waterproofing red guard literally washed off. Maybe it was caused by the sun, I don't know. So the concrete board also had water pooling in the center of each board, and I knew the tar probably melted to it, so I poured self-leveling concrete on top of that, which also has some spots pooling. Honestly, it's just kind of a spiraling disaster. But water is staying out of the house, and I would love to hear your guys' ideas in the comments. I'm gonna put the screws in it, put some tape on it, and then roll the red guard on it, and that should completely seal the living room from any water getting in. Right, Macy? Okay, here's the deal. The porch holds water. It is waterproof with the exception of one tiny little drip. That's the bad news. The good news is that it holds water. It's waterproof. I mean, there was water up here for days before I actually pushed it off. So we have to level. We're gonna use some self-leveling concrete and level this porch. It's not gonna be sloped like it should be, but this porch was kind of an afterthought. Hopefully we can save it here and not be really, really screwed. So we're going to do the self-leveling concrete. I'm gonna put a border on the outside, mix the concrete, do that. I've never done it before, but we're gonna do it now. So I'm gonna build this border around the edge of the porch. Now, I've never used this stuff before, but from what I understand, it's basically like water and it'll go through any opening. Well, this is gonna take a minute because this thing is not working and it's not like I can just go to the store and get another one. The nearest Home Depot is about 45 minutes away. Oh, crap. All right, here goes nothing. I feel like I kind of butchered it. I feel like the first batch maybe wasn't the right consistency, like it was too thick. I don't really like how that first bucket is settling, but we're gonna let this dry, put some water on it and see what happens. Okay, here is the first layer of the self-leveling. These light spots here are where water has been sitting. It's actually very okay for water to be pooling here because it can go off. Okay, we've raised up the concrete a little bit all the way by the house, so it should all run off the porch now. Guys, I just realized that I bought a primer to go between the self-leveling concrete layers, which you're supposed to do, and I left it in the truck down there and I forgot to put it on. Well, if it cracks off, we'll just have to do it again. So this and this were advertised as solid wood doors. They're not. They've got this thin layer, like an 1/8 inch of MDF all the way around, and the bottom is made completely of MDF, so it's coming apart. So I got these actual solid wood French doors off Marketplace. I'm gonna sand these, cut these, paint these, and replace them with those, and get my $300 back for that piece of junk. The guy I bought these doors from is an absolute legend because he had 2 sets, and he gave me the door of each set that didn't have the hole for the handle. I don't know what he's gonna do with those other 2. but that way I didn't have to fill the giant hole in the door since I'm using them as windows. So props to this guy. We got this one fit. Now we gotta paint it. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and prime these doors. We got both the doors primed. I'm not really worried about paint on the deck because I've already got a belt sand this entire deck. But this brush, it sucks. It wasn't even supposed to be for paint, but I'm gonna get rid of that. It's beautiful right now. The pond is shimmering and treehouse is glowing. It's pretty hot. Water's nice and hot, but that's okay. I'm gonna paint these doors. Ready for it to cool off, guys. I saw her face around the old my It's actually pretty chilly this morning, so I got Macy up here in my jacket so she doesn't get too cold. We're heading down to the treehouse now. I'm gonna start a little fire with the trash. I'm gonna head up on the treehouse now and start putting up some siding and putting those doors in. Well, if anyone takes baths in the morning, it'll be real nice because you have the sun coming right into your bathtub. I mean, it's like 10:30 or 11 or something. Macy likes this spot, huh, girl? Okay, new side lights installed. Looks much nicer because the glass on these ones is actually bigger. So I've got to take the old ones back and get my money back. Come on, Macy. Coming in.
Love was holding all the cards and always kept me in the dark. I never thought I could shake this heartache until I saw your light, and it's got me feeling like life is good, yeah.
Inspector Missy, does it look good to you?
Yeah, in my darkest times, you got me feeling like I've been walking on air. Left all my worries.
This is all the remaining cedar that's worth anything. Pretty much that pile of scraps and a whole bunch in here is useless because it has holes and rot in it. Gotta brush this sawdust off before I can stain it. Oh yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Gotta get some stain on here before the sun destroys it. Oh, frick. It's okay, guys. You gotta improvise, adapt, and overcome. It broke again. Whoa. You know what? It's these shoes. I'm so much safer barefoot. Stand by me. A lot of the cedar, sometimes you can't even see any holes from one side, and then you flip it around and it's completely rotted through. So much, I mean probably half of my material I've had to throw away because of this. Okay, that's all I can do here because I have to buy windows and I've got to make that window opening bigger. Anyway, we're gonna move up onto the porch now and get as far as we can up there. Oh, it feels so good. Perfect temperature. You wanna swim, Macy? Come on, Macy. Macy found a snapping turtle bone. I know it's a snapping turtle bone because there's a dead snapping turtle right there. She loves it. So this is like a super old Waffle House iron that a friend found on the side of the road like 25 years ago and fixed it up. And it was already like 25 years old at that point. And everything you cook on this thing tastes amazing. It doesn't matter what it is. This thing's got a flavor about it. And everything you cook just is unbelievable. I want to try to get all the siding done on that porch today and then clean everything up. So I'm going to scarf down some bacon and eggs and get to work. Thank you, Lord, for this food. She just took the piece of bacon and ran. That thing is not light. What's up, Missy? She is so freaking cute. It looks like we have successfully raised the concrete up on the back. So we're gonna do a water test later and see if water runs off. It's so nice up here. I can't afford to mess up. If I mess up one time, like if I screw up one of these long boards, let's say I'm not gonna be able to finish the siding up here. It looks so inviting. I'm tempted to go for a swim. I know Macy wants to go for a swim. Oh man, maybe just a quick dip. No, I can't. I gotta finish the siding. It's that unique time of day where the sun is reflecting off the pond and it's hitting the ceiling, the walls, and the floor all at the same time. Well, the sun got me again. I really need to get some lights up here so that I can never stop. I am being so freaking careful. I'm out of stain, $55 a can. I'm completely out. It's a 2-hour drive to get another can of it. If I mess up one single board, I'm not gonna be able to finish this porch, but I'm not gonna mess up. The siding on the front of the treehouse is finished. Ah, so many angles and walls on the front. I think the sides will be easier. The sides will be less cuts, but they also don't have decks to stand on, so it's gonna make it significantly harder. Looking so freaking good. I gotta get this door trimmed out and painted so we can finish the front of the treehouse completely, but I am stoked about this. Wow, look at that. That looks so sick. The perfect reflection of the pond in the view. Oh my gosh. Where's my drone when I need it? Hold on, Macy. Macy's definitely ready to go home. I think she misses her brothers. All right, guys, we're gonna see how the water is reacting on this porch. I'm nervous. I think it's still gonna pool in a couple places, but let's see if it's at least not pooling by the house anymore. And we still have to seal the concrete so it doesn't absorb moisture, but well, it's not pooling up at the house anymore. I think sealing this thing will help the water run off a lot better because you can actually see all of the oxygen bubbles coming out of the concrete right now. Guys, I need help. I don't know what to do with this freaking porch. Like, it worked here where I made the concrete a little bit thicker and like sloped it up. That worked. It's running away, but I can't just keep putting concrete up here unless I bust it all off and try again. See, it's pooling right here, which I think is fine because I believe I can grind that into a slope. And it's pooling right here by this edge, which is also fine because I can grind that into a slope. But it's also pooling right here. And I'm afraid if I add anything in here, it's gonna cause it to go back towards the house. Because right now we have it, the water's not on the house. But I need to seal this concrete because it's obviously just absorbing water right now. Any recommendations on what I should put to completely waterproof this concrete, some kind of concrete sealant? Mostly I'm just worried about this spot right here. I need help, I need ideas. I know I may have to bust everything off the porch and start from scratch, but let me know your thoughts in the comments, and if you're an a-hole about it, I'm not gonna respond to you. Good news though is I'm under the porch and I've had water sitting up there. I don't see anything coming through. Obviously water will eventually win the battle, but right now it's dry. We just gotta get the water off of it. We gotta get the water to stay off of it. Help me. Thanks. You guys are watching this video trying to figure out if I'm a Milwaukee, DeWalt, or Makita guy. I do have a preference. I do. Definitely look a lot cooler when the sun is on the front of the treehouse later today. Alright, thanks for watching the video. Macy and I are packing up and heading out. We are almost at 10,000 subscribers. I think we're at like 9,500 something. So I'd really like to fund this treehouse off of YouTube videos. So if you could subscribe, that would be fantastic. And then we'll build like 10 more. So it's gonna be awesome.